And welcome to the Super Terb Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Terb, local real estate expert with the Terb Group, Coldwell Banker HPW, aka Super Terb, aka Coach Terb, and we're on episode 80 today, where we talk real estate, business, sports, and beer in the Triangle. I can't believe I think I started demoing this podcast about 4 years ago. It's insane, but I am honored to have the one and only Teresa Blasi with me in the Super Terb studio today. Not only is Teresa awesome, she's actually my boss, I think. I don't know. She's our broker in charge here at the Coldwell Banker HPW office, or what we like to call at Midtown. And I thought it would be great for her to come on and just talk real estate and what it's like to be a broker in charge, as well as what challenges she faces, maybe how she leads and what the market's doing. But before we dive into that, we take a little commercial break. Teresa says I do a little market update. And one thing I wanted to talk about today is we're seeing a little more inventory on the market, but not a whole lot. I know the stats came out today or next day, I believe. We get all our stats in a month in arrear. But one thing we are seeing is inventory go up, but it's a little misleading. But I wanted to go back to why. And there's a couple reasons. It's pricing, people. You don't want to be chasing the market. You want to be in front of the market when you're listing your home. And that's why it's so vital to be working with a professional. You always hear me say who you work with matters. There's nothing more important when you go to list your home. The other thing sellers are not thinking about over the last couple of years is they didn't have new construction to compete with. Now we have newer homes. Builders are building. They're offering incentives. They're offering buy downs. They're offering closing costs. So sellers, when you're thinking about listing your home, this is something that you have to keep in mind. And the other thing is what COVID showed us is you don't have to live somewhere to be there. So actually, for example, we had buyers that just came in from California. They had their homes down to the final three. They have one in Northeast Raleigh, one in Garner, and one in Fuquay. And then I've sold homes where people buy 40 minutes away because they're working remotely and they don't necessarily have to be somewhere. Obviously, if someone's moving for a school district or something in particular, that's different. But it's pricing. And homes that are sitting in things what we do when we go to sit down with our seller, we already have a game plan in place that we know what we're going to do in 10 to 14 days if we don't sell that house. Because with the way we apply things, the way we do things, we price things, that first 10 days is the most important time. So as we're moving into the fourth quarter, are we in the fourth quarter? Almost. Yeah, I guess. As well as going into 25, these are things to be thinking about as more competition comes on the board. So make sure you hire the right person, preferably us if you're moving in the Triangle, and make sure that you have it priced correctly. I mean, again, too many people make their homes math problems and then they wonder why they sit. So I think that is what I wanted to touch on today. We're going to take a quick break. And on the other side, we're going to have Teresa Blasi. Love that name. All right. We'll be right back. And welcome back to the Super Terb Podcast. Again, I'm your host, Michael Terb, your local real estate expert with the Terb Group, Coldwell Banker HPW. And I'm back again with episode 80 with Teresa. Teresa, say your name again. I know I said it a few million times already, but tell your name and where you're from.
My name is Teresa Blasi, and I am originally from New Jersey.
New Jersey. All right. And you're excited to be here.
I am.
She was a little nervous. Listen, we're going to have fun today. You know, if anything, you can always see how many people are watching. Sometimes we have a few, depending on time of day, but you're going to be on YouTube, LinkedIn, Spotify, Apple Land, and Facebook Land. Cool. So from Jersey, how long have you lived here, and what made you guys come down?
Well, actually, I've lived here October 31st. Actually, November 1st will be 15 years, and we moved to North Carolina because we wanted a better quality of life for our family.
That's why I moved here when I was 7, for the same reason, 1986. It's hard to believe. So how long have you been in real estate?
I've been in real estate for 14 and a half years.
Oh, wait, were you always in a management role, or did you sell, or did you do both?
Yes, well, both. Yes. Started out my career as a real estate agent, and then I moved into administrative and recruiting, and then I moved into this particular position.
Did you do anything before real estate, like another profession, or did you already touch on that? Did you do anything before? Yeah. Did you have another occupation?
Oh, before, yes. Yeah. Yes, I did have an occupation.
Tell us about
before.
that.
Well, before I moved to North Carolina, I was an entrepreneur, and I had a couple small businesses.
Very cool. So what said, hey, I want to get into real estate?
My husband was doing some rehab and some building up north. So we thought, you know what a great idea. When did we decide to move? I'll get my real estate license and we'll move forward, and I will be the real estate agent.
And then so you went from sales, and then you said, well, I'm going to be a manager or broker in charge. And
well, I went into administrating as well and recruiting for our firm. And one thing just led to another, and we wanted to continue our footprint out in the Johnson County market. And I went out there and was the broker in charge starting in about 2017.
Very cool. And then how long have you been here? I know we were blessed to have you come on board not too long ago.
Well,
but tell everybody listening, how long have you been out there?
I've been here for about 8 months.
8 months. Now, next time I say that, because I think, again, correct me if I'm wrong, I think aren't we the number one office in the Triangle?
We absolutely are the number one.
I mean, just greatness attracts greatness. And so we're number one. I know that's with all our agents. How many agents are in the Midtown office?
210.
210. And then as far as responsibilities go for broker in charge, I know there's a lot that goes into that, but tell everybody listening at what you do, like what maybe on a day-to-day. I know that could be a broad question, but what are your main responsibilities?
Well, you're right.
Without, mainly is keeping us out of real estate jail.
That is exactly what I do. I am here to make sure that everyone follows the rules, follows the regulations, and to teach our agents the right way to do real estate.
And a lot of times you don't give us the answers we want to hear, but we still follow you. And one thing I will say about Teresa, she's always available. I don't care how long you guys have been doing this. I've been doing this now 18 years. My sister 20, my mom 37. Questions always come up on how we need to operate. And that's why, guys, if you're thinking about getting into real estate, or maybe you're at another firm and you're looking for a change and you're like, okay, where should I go? I think it always starts from the top down and knowing you've got the support and you have people in your corner that are there to help you navigate maybe some obstacles, or as well as help grow your business. And that leads me to my next question. Just tell us about maybe the culture of Coldwell Banker, like why you love what you do and what separates us maybe from our competition. No disrespect to any, everybody has different firms, different approaches, but Coldwell Banker has now been 50 years, HPW?
51 years.
Yeah, I mean, Don Walston started 51 years ago. That's incredible. So there's something to be said about that.
Absolutely. I'm going to tell you the number one thing that I believe separates us is we actually care. We truly care about our agents and their business. And I love watching agents grow and thrive in their business. Just as I see you set goals for yourself, that's the same thing that we like to do, and celebrate everybody's wins.
And you can feel that too in the office. I like, our offices, we've got a couple levels, but down, you've got your goals down there for listings taken, closings taken, similar to what we have on our wall, dream boards. And I think it's just something where people want to gravitate and hang out at. So I think that, and the location's obviously awesome. What's your biggest challenge?
My biggest challenge would probably be not enough hours in the day.
I could see that. It's already almost after 3 o'clock today. It's crazy how time goes. So, and then you said 210 agents. You have all different experiences, age levels. How do you motivate them?
Really, we provide the tools, the technology, and the training, but the motivation really has to come within.
Yeah.
I really feel like everybody, you need that burning in your belly. And I can give you everything, but you've got to really want it. And if you want it, I'm going to help you every single step.
No, I think that starts from, we do that with our team, is what do you want to accomplish? And then I think there's a level of accountability there to help you get to those goals. But then on the same time, I went to a conference, like I just was telling you about, with Be Great Coaching and Consulting. If you're looking for a great coaching company, they're the one. And a person that spoke to us, which was great. She's an author, and it was about having difficult conversations. So sometimes those are hard. And so, what's advice, or how do you go about doing that? I know, again, that's kind of a broad question, but sometimes to get the best out of somebody.
Well, I would have to say, how much do you want it? How much are you willing to work for it? Right? Real estate's difficult. It can be wonderfully fun as well, but you've got to want it. And I think that is something that we truly provide to our agents, and showing that our training. And I don't know if you walk downstairs, we have training going on all the time. It's fantastic.
Especially with all the forms changing and everything like that. I'm guilty of it. I need to get more of them. But the training, there's no obstacle preventing someone to get to where they want to go. I think so much of it is getting around the right people. It's the company, the firm, whether you want to be an individual agent or a team. But I know even if you were an individual agent, there's people to lean on and help you, mentor you through how to get to different things. And so if someone's looking to get into real estate, or maybe someone that's been also selling for some time and they want to take their business to the next level, or what are some things that you would suggest?
What I would suggest is come see me, sit down, let's have one-on-one coaching sessions, right?
Mm-hmm.
I truly believe in setting goals.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have a goal, then you don't have a plan. So you have no way to accomplish that.
I love it. And so Teresa doesn't know the questions I was asking. So I love it. It's a little bit on the spot, but she's doing great. This is a good one. I love this question because I think you could even help me. We're in the fourth quarter. This is the time where everybody says, oh, it's starting to slow down. But this is where I want to put my foot down on the pedal, because what we do now, we're going to see in February, March, April.
That's
right?
Yeah? That's right.
So if someone's looking to get business in the fourth quarter, say you want to get 2 more transactions, heck, 1 more transaction, what's one thing that someone could be concentrating right now to maybe do that?
If they want to get 1 more transaction,
mm-hmm.
Sorry. If they want to get 1 more transaction, put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Put yourself out there.
Yeah.
No one is ever going to come knocking on your door and saying, hey, I want to list my house, or hey, I want to buy a house. Yeah. You've got to get out there and meet people.
You say it perfectly, because if I know I'm an agent looking for business, the great thing, again, being our firm, we have a lot of listings. I would say a lot, because we sell them fast. Mm-hmm. But I would be at every open house.
Absolutely.
And the other thing, too, is with the NAR settlement, many buyers are coming in unrepresented. Now, they may say they have an agent, and a lot of them can't even name their agent because I think maybe they don't want to be bothered. But that was something else that I also took from our seminar, is the 5 things to do to really excel with an open house. I would be at open houses, trying to get in front of as many people as possible, to have those conversations, because, again, they may not have had signed agents because they're kind of waiting. They want to see who they're working with. I've never interviewed more now for buyer agency. Whether you get them from, normally if we get natural warm referral, it's different. But the last 3 homes we've helped buyers put under contract, they've come from Reddit and Google Business. Mm-hmm. And they've interviewed 3 agents. And I'm a big believer. I get them in front of them, we're good. But they're wanting to see, and it's funny, they all have the same questions. It's like the Dave Ramsey of Asian real estate questions. It's good. But I think it's just a matter of what people are wanting to be more selective. The other thing that I do, I want to throw one in. Okay. I want to throw a tip in. I would go through my phone. I'd go through all my contacts. I'd send them texts. Something else I picked on is if you want to add to your CRM, I know this may not directly lead to a lead right now, but if you have an iPhone or anything and you go to compose an email and you start with the letter A, I would look at what emails populate. And if they're not in my CRM, I'm going to have them in my CRM. You could do 5 of those a day, because, again, this is the time where you clean these up, because hopefully you're going to be so busy, you're going to be in the car and showing houses. So this is the time to be able to put yourself in position to do that. We're having our Halloween party this Saturday. So, again, we've been able to go through 300 some odd contacts through Facebook. I hit them up text, so staying in front of them there too. So if you're listening to this, there's so many things you do. DM me, DM Teresa. We can give you the best ideas too. So let's talk about the market real quick.
Okay.
All right. So what do you think about this last quarter? Okay. And I guess this year in a nutshell, but what do you see for 2025?
I see great things.
Yeah.
Great things. Absolutely. I'm not sure if you had an opportunity to see any of the economists, but I can tell you they see great things as well. So I think 2025 is going to be amazing.
And I think that's why this fourth quarter is so vital, because what you're setting yourself up for is going to be, I think it's buyers want to buy. Absolutely. They need homes to buy. And I think there's a lot of sellers that want to sell. Mm-hmm. The thing is they're kind of handcuffed to these rates, or maybe they've refied, but they're sitting in homes they bought 5 to 7 years ago, and they want a backyard. They want a 4th bedroom. Maybe they got married. Maybe they've had a child, and they're sitting on a ton of equity that they want to use to go towards that next home. I think you're going to start seeing a lot of home equity lines of credit. So if you're out there listening, you're an agent, get those relationships with the third-party banker outside of Town Mortgage, correct?
Town Mortgage,
yeah,
correct.
And so that way you can help, because a lot of people, if they qualify for both, they're able to either, there's a bridge loan opportunity, but a lot of people they'll qualify for both, and then they'll pull their home equity out. And that brings me to this point too. If you have clients, that doesn't matter if you're sitting on, say, $200,000 equity, if you can't use it, do the equity line now. You don't get charged for it until you use it. It's in your back pocket, and you're ready to go if you find that dream home and you're ready to do something. This year was interesting. Beginning of the year, we got shot out of a cannon. Mm-hmm. January to June, July and August, it's normally slow anyway. Felt a little more slow than usual. I think more people are traveling, a couple of years removed from COVID. I also think it's hot, summer vacation, but then it picks back up usually after Labor Day, and you get one more run till Turkey Day. And now we're already having conversations about selling our home early next year. But this year, compared to 23, is, me personally, I'm probably up 35% from a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
But it's all about what you put in, what you put into it. I think next year, especially where we live, we're very blessed to live in such a great area, Raleigh, Durham, the location, 60 to 80 people moving here a day. People are coming, and a lot of people already have their boots on the ground. They're in Airbnbs, they're renting, and they're just waiting for that right opportunity. So I think we could be pretty much in some chaos again, and that's why it's good to be ready to go now, sooner than later. And before we get into the rapid questions, you don't know about the rapid questions. She wants to reach over. She wants to reach over and hit me. What's the craziest real estate story that you can share? Now, granted, you can say what you want, but that you feel like you've got. Something that comes to mind. There's got to be a call. There's got to be, oh my gosh, we had pigs buried in the backyard one time. There's got to be something that someone has called you.
Oh my gosh.
I know you may not show me property now, because we've always had to where you wake up somewhere, you go in and someone's in the shower.
Right. Yes. Not personal experience, but I've heard
the townhome Leslie and I bought when we first moved to Raleigh and Bedford. We had a showing. It was the last time I think Mom still worked with a buyer. We go into our townhome that we ended up buying. This was back in the day, guys. This is before iPhones and all that. You actually had courtesy calls, and they call you, and if you didn't answer, you still go unless it was appointment required. So we go in the house and we hear water running, and the seller was actually upstairs taking a shower. So we got out of there real fast, and then we ended up buying the house.
Okay. I don't know that I have a super crazy story of my own like that.
Oh no, but we're just share.
I'm just trying to think. No.
There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong answer.
I cannot.
If you went for a blank, that's okay. We can use my crazy story.
Let's go.
So let's see this. So if someone wants to reach out, they want to learn more about Coldwell Banker, how do they get a hold of you?
Oh, absolutely. You can call me at 919-397-7079, or you can email me at Blasi, that's B as in boy, LASIT @hpw.com.
And then feel free to message me too, and I can connect you, because we just need great people in this office. We have great people now, but we're looking to always continue. I'm telling you, there's always something fun doing. I wish I was more involved. We got our light blinking at me. There we go. Like, for example, y'all went and got lunch at the fair yesterday.
We did.
We're doing masterminds right now.
Yeah.
I wanted to join the one today. I was on luxury listings.
Awesome.
I mean, like, if anything, I want to get more involved.
We're having a fall festival if you're not doing anything.
Light went out, but that's okay. We'll play through this.
Sunday.
Fall festival.
Right in our back parking lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. It's just football day, but we'll work on that.
Okay.
I have to watch. I watch my Panthers get their ass kicked every week, so it's fine.
Understood.
It's understandable. So rapid questions. Are you ready? These are good. These are good. These are easy. You cannot fail. Favorite food.
Favorite food, ice cream.
What flavor?
Any.
What's your favorite brand? Are you Ben and Jerry's, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter. I love all ice cream.
So I had to do 75 hard. I'm an ice cream guy too. I'm a night owl. I've been eating a lot of that Halo Top. Have you heard of Halo Top?
Oh,
That's fake ice cream.
Yeah, it is fake ice cream,
but it's not bad.
Low in calories.
Yeah, it's not bad. At least if you want something sweet. Favorite restaurant. Now, it doesn't have to be local. Could be something up, from up north, or it could be somewhere you've eaten around the country. You have something favorite.
Favorite restaurant. I think it's called Sweetwater.
Now, where's that?
In North Hills.
Oh, okay. I gotta check that out then. Favorite band.
Favorite band. Metallica.
Oh wow. We're cut from the same cloth. Enter the Sandman, baby. Favorite cocktail.
Favorite cocktail would be I don't know, vodka and cranberry maybe.
That's easy. All right. Mm-hmm. That's the other thing I've not been able to. For now, when I went to Nashville, I like a good old fashioned.
Oh, okay.
It's funny is I never thought I'd drink old fashioned because my dad drank all the time.
Yeah.
And now I'm like,
you love old fashioned.
And then my wife for Christmas got me one of those smoking kits. Have you seen that, where you smoke? You actually can put burn wood chips. It creates a smoke in the cup. Okay. Different flavors. I like that. And then I'm a Guinness drinker.
Okay.
Favorite sports team.
Favorite sports team. The Clayton
Comments. Okay.
The Clayton comments.
Which kicked our butts earlier this year. Do you have a professional?
Well,
outside of the Carolina Hurricanes, of course.
Well, I don't know.
No sports team. What
I'm
do
staying
you
away from that.
What do you like to do when you're not working?
When I am not working, I love to spend time with my family.
Okay. Now tell everybody about your family, like, or at least.
Sure,
kids.
absolutely. I've been married for 26 years. My husband, Jeff. I have 2 children. I have a senior, Samantha, in high school, and I have a sophomore in UNCW named Emmerich.
So are you empty nester? Is that what I heard? Or are you?
No, she's a senior in high school.
Yeah,
and then my son is in college.
So you're senior. Wow, man. See, my son's a sophomore and my daughter's 8, and it's like, and you, I mean, obviously, you know, and like, but you tell everybody that has young kids, like, don't blink.
I know.
And 4th of July weekend, Leslie and I were a comment. Let's see what they say. Let's see what this says.
Does this happen?
Oh, Metallica. That was from, so you can actually flash this on here. That's Christine. That's pretty cool. But what 4th of July is they went to the beach with mom and dad. So we just had the house together. And I'm looking at her. I go, you know, you don't really realize it, but 5 years, this is it. Now, granted, they'll come home, I'm sure, obviously, after college and stuff. But you just don't think about.
It's weird.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's just weird.
Time goes so fast.
Terrible.
Okay, so what's one thing that maybe someone wouldn't know about you? Like, that would be interesting.
One thing that somebody wouldn't know about me, that would be interesting. I go to bed early. I'm super boring.
Yeah. Do you have a hobby?
Do I have a hobby? No, not really.
No? So just spend time with family and go to bed early. Drinks a little vodka and cranberry while listening to Metallica.
I'm a really excited.
That's awesome.
I'm a really excited.
See how we put that all together? Do you have any pets?
Yes, I have a dog, Eleanor.
What kind is that?
She's a lab.
So you got a lab, vodka, Metallica.
Oh my God.
Isn't that great? All right, so we put all that together. All right, so where's the best place you visited?
Where's the best place? Aruba.
I've never been to Aruba.
It's beautiful.
That's awesome. Where's one place you want to go but you haven't been?
Greece.
Yeah, that would be cool. And now you could have dinner with 2 people, dead or alive.
My grandfather.
Uh-huh.
And let's see. I don't know.
Yeah,
all right. Let me think. I don't know. Maybe Madonna.
So you, Madonna, and your grandfather at Sweetwater.
Yeah.
Now, how cool would that be? Now you'd have to fend off the paparazzi,
right? Absolutely.
But that would be a lot of fun. All right, got a last question for you. Now this started from the rapid questions. Probably started about 30 podcasts ago.
Okay.
Make it more interesting. But this question I've asked everybody that's come on my podcast because eventually I'll have a book. Okay. I say that'd be cool, like the Super Terb something. The best advice you've ever received and by who? This gets a lot of people, but I there's all different kinds of answers.
The best advice I've ever received would be treat everyone with kindness.
I love it. Do you remember who said that? I told you.
My grandmother.
That's perfect. Yeah, you want to remind me what mine was? It's from a high school coach. Finish. Anything you start, you finish. And I tell my kids when I coach them, simple as a layup. Like a layup line drill. Mm-hmm. You may miss that layup. How many kids want to just throw the ball back? No, you finish. If you start a job, you finish. You start anything because you're going to face adversity with what we do, and it's a matter of getting to the finish line. So you did great, by the way. Okay,
I want to redo.
You did awesome. This was fantastic. No, I really appreciate you coming on. We can't thank you for all you do for us.
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity because I do love this.
Yeah, you make coming to work fun. Obviously, I come to the office a lot and be able to pop in. You're always available, and we appreciate you. So,
thank you.
And I learned more about you today. So I know what to get you for Christmas. But then you'll just have to come on more showings with us. And then we can do more crazy stories for you.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
But anyway, Teresa Blasi and our Midtown broker in charge. We can't thank her enough for coming on. If you're thinking at all about joining in the real estate world and you have questions, HPW also has an amazing real estate school. We've got it all. So we can put you in the right spots to win, as well as there's multiple HPW offices around the triangle. So if you can't get, Midtown's a little far away, we can put you in at someone else, even though we have a friendly competition with everybody.
That's right.
And so if you're wanting to be on the podcast, I got someone coming on tomorrow. You know who's coming on? Fred Pearson owns Show Homes.
Oh, nice.
Helps us with all our staging. So I started this podcast to interview local business owners, entrepreneurs. I've had agents on, I've had coaches on, broker in charges. The great Mark Parker was on about 2 years ago, and he's in sales now, but it's been a lot of fun. So we can't thank you enough. So again, Teresa Blasi, broker in charge, Midtown, Coldwell Banker HPW, Super Terb from the Terb Group, aka Coach Terb. Again, Michael Terb, your local real estate expert with the Terb Group. Remember, guys, who you work with matters, and we will see you next time.